Today everyone, my name is Robert Pinton and I will be discussing about the iterative statement. So, what is our agenda for today? It's all about what is iterative statement and the three loops of iterative statements. Iterative statement, often referred to as a loop, is a fundamental construction in computer programming that allows you to repeatedly execute a block of code as long as a certain condition met or for a specific number of iterations. Iterative statements are used to automate repetitive tasks and make your programs more efficient and flexible. So, iterative statements are essential for tasks like iterating over data in these arrays, performing calculations, and implementing various algorithms. And they also are fundamental building block programming are used extensively to control and follow the flow of your code. So, this is the first loop of an iterative statement. It's called for loop. A for loop is an iterative control structure used in programming to repeatedly execute a block of code for a specific number of times. So it is often used when you know in advance how many iterations are required. The for loop consists of three main components. It is initialization, condition, and update. In initialization, this is the step you set an initial value for a loop control variable. It also known as the index or a counter. So this variable is used to keep track of the loop's progress and control the loop. It's typically initialized to starting a value. In condition, the loop control variable is the same chance condition at the beginning of each iteration. So as long as the condition is true, the loop continues and to execute. When the condition becomes false, the loop will terminate. In update, after each iteration, the loop control variable is updated. So usually it incremented or decremented to move closer to the termination condition. In this step, it ensures that the loop eventually reaches its end. So in this Java for loop is initialization and I is equal to 0. In initialize the loop control variable I to 0. So the condition is I less than 5 is the condition that is checked at the beginning of each iteration. As long as it's true, the loop will always continue. So in the update is I is equal to what is called this thing. I don't know what is this. It's I and as plus is used to increment I by 1 after each iteration. So the output of this Java code will be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. The loop iterates 5 times from 0 to 4 and then it terminates because the condition I is less than 5 becomes false. Java's for loop as a versatile construct that can be used for various tasks just like an other programming language is commonly used to iterate over arrays, collections, or perform repetitive operation with no number each iteration. So that is for loop. So next loop is while loop in iterative statement. So in Java, a while loop is used for repetitive execution of block of code as long as a specified condition remains true. So the basic structure of while loop in Java is as follows. So in Java, we have while condition. So the code to be executed as long as the condition is true. So the example of while loop in Java is this one. So in this Java while loop, example is the initialization and count is equal to 0. We initialize a loop control variable count to 0. So in the condition count is less than 5 is the condition that is checked at the beginning of each iteration. As long as it's true, the loop will continue. In a system that output in that is count, so it prints the current value of count. In a count plus plus is increments count by 1 after each iteration which is updated step by step. So the output of this Java code will be the same as our previous example. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, just like in our for loop. So the loop iterates 5 times and terminates when the condition count 5 is become false. So in while loops in Java, like in another programming language, are used when you want to perform a task repeatedly as long as a specific condition remains true. So they are particularly useful when the number of iterations depends on dynamic factors or user input. However, you should always ensure that the condition will eventually become false to prevent infinite loops. So this is the key point of the loops. So the next loop is do while loop in iterative statement. So let's go. So do while loop is an iterative control structure in programming that is similar to a while loop. That's it. So, but with the key difference, the code block is executed at least once before checking the loop's exit condition. In a do while loop, the loop block is executed first, and then the loop with condition is checked. If the condition is true, the loop continues, and if it's false, the loop terminates. So the basic structure of a do while loop in a programming language is including Java is as do and while. So the condition in this setup is while. Then the code will be executed. So the step on how the while works so code block is within the do while contains instructions you want to execute all. So it's executed at least once, so regardless of the condition. So the condition after the code block is executed, the loop checks the condition if the condition is true. So the loop continues execute in code block. If the condition is false, the loop terminates. In initialization and update, also na siya mix yung dua ang initialization and update. The loop control variable should be initialized outside the loop, and any necessary updates on this variable are made inside the code block. You can use the loop control variable within the condition